Hello, gorgeous. My name is Dusty, and this is the Scorpio Priestess. If you would like a personal reading, you can do that by visiting www.scorpiopriestess.com. You can just hit the more button down below or the link in the bio as well. It will take you on over to my website. I hope everybody is doing well and vibing high on this Friday morning. Scorp. We are going to get a look-see at what the weekend has in store for us, what shadow work we should be working on, because here at the Scorpio Priestess, we are always growing and glowing. I am back to doing shadow work myself. I am a believer that we should do shadow work in small stints, because we cannot torture ourselves constantly. So some of you may be trying to do too much work on yourself, and it may be changing your vibe where you're just feeling really heavy all the time. If that's the case, take a break this weekend. Your problems will be there tomorrow. Let your mind rest. But I love it. The overall energy of the weekend, the sun acts as the radiant power of personal transformation, healing, and vitality. And I will say that yesterday and today is the first time in 6 weeks that I am actually feeling normal. And my mom is not doing the best, but she is healing nonetheless. So there's a lot of healing in my life and my situation as well. Some of you, if you have had a cold or you haven't been feeling great, you may have vitality return back to you this weekend. But just putting off a very warm, beautiful yellow aura. I'm seeing just like a very warm yellow. Some of you may want to work on your solar plexus. Nonetheless, good choices here, Scorpio. Congratulations. Expect positive outcome from your good choices you've made in the past in alignment. There's something you're doing here that is putting you into alignment. You're rebuilding. Reevaluate your life and adjust and thrive in your new circumstances. Reinvent, revise, and fixing. We cannot get too fixated on a certain way of living or a certain outcome. That is when our life starts to get really hard and we fall out of alignment. When something or somebody leaves your life, we've got to adjust. Yes, of course, it's a normal emotion to grieve and to feel sad, but we've got to adjust our life as well. So if you've just been through a divorce or a breakup and you're trying to live your day the same as you did when you were with them, it's time for you to change some things up so you can build and create a life that's just for you. Good time to make new connections. The universe may send you a beneficial alliance, friends, tribe, and socializing. Some of you may go out this weekend, meet somebody that's going to be important to you and your spiritual journey, Scorp. A platonic friend. You may be networking as far as for business. You may want to, if there's some kind of convention or some of your coworkers are going out for drinks tonight, join them. You may want to call up a friend and go out because the divine trying to send you new friends. I know for a lot of us, people are starting to fall out of our life. I have to protect my personal peace at all costs. I don't know about you. And I do not try to keep people that clearly don't belong in my life anymore. If somebody is causing me any kind of emotional pain or controversy, I step away. I stay in alignment at all cost. I'm not going to try to prove myself to anybody. And some of you need to get on that time. You may be in a place in life where you don't have as many friends as you want, because you've had to remove a lot of them from your life. So now is your rebuilding time. You may actually get a call from somebody you met a while ago. You could have met somebody when you were out and about, or an old coworker or somebody you went to college with or something of the sort. May call you over the weekend as well. If that happens, please come back and tell us. I feel like some of you have people from a old season, years and years ago, coming back around for some reason. You may have unfinished business. I don't feel this is love. I feel like this is platonic. Solitude and bring balance. Spending time alone is often what we need to hear the whispers of our soul. Get to know all aspects of yourself so you can stand in any situation on your own, period. Some of you need some solitude. You know, it may be a good idea to go out on Saturday and stay home alone by yourself on Sunday. Disconnect from the world, disconnect from social media, really sit with self. Go do a walking meditation in nature, bringing balance. You're putting too much energy into something, creating lack somewhere else. Take action now to correct the situation or risk further imbalance that could lead you undesired results. Scorpio, some of you are so focused on something, you're losing sight of other things. I know that that happens to me sometimes as well. I personally, over the last month, have been saying no a lot, and I hate to have to say no to clients, but because of my disc and it pinching that nerve, I've had to only work my regular schedule, and I am saying no because I need time to rest. I need to bring balance back to my life. Some of you may be working so much, you're losing touch with other parts. Others, you're playing so much. Others, you've been grieving so much that you've lost sight of your responsibilities. And this is your message to get your butt in gear. Micro goal set. Do one little thing at a time. Start gaining momentum in the right direction. You got to get some wins under your belt, Scorp, so you can then feel the momentum to move forward. Tell me what these good choices are. I love it. Scorpio, getting some really good results from some good choices. You're seizing opportunities. You're letting go of regret. It's the end of stagnation. Scorp. A lot of you are moving out of the waiting room of your life you've been in. Over the last 6 months, several of you, over half of you, have almost been in the waiting room, I call it, where one season's ended, but a new season hasn't started yet. And you're moving into a new season filled with love. There's major choices being made here. You could have some sexual desire. You may want to go have some sexual healing this weekend. We're all grown-ups here, aren't we? Some of you may decide to connect with somebody, but you're indecisive. You're restricting your options. You failed at something, you feel, and now you're so petrified to make any choices that you've just been kind of sitting around. A lot of you, there's been some good choices you made in the past. You haven't seen any results right now because you've been in the waiting room, but you're finally going to start to see the results of what you've been working on, whether it's a business or yourself. Moving over here to what you should be working on this weekend. Manifest your desires and create a magical reality. Alchemy here. Magician energy. Scorpio, you have every tool it takes to manifest the desired life you want. Your divine right is of love and abundance. You have just as much right to abundance as anybody, and you have the ability to do it. But we attract what we believe, not what we want. We attract what we believe and what vibe we're putting out there. And so over the weekend, you are being called to work on remembering how powerful you are. I feel good. Wait, I look good. I feel good. I am good. Great affirmation to say this weekend. I look good. I feel good. I am good. Some shadow work questions. Why do I look so good today? Why do I feel so good today? Why am I so blessed? Why am I so loved? I'm going to put that there, do a screenshot. I know a lot of you like to journal. You like to do shadow work over the weekend. That's a great affirmation to say. I'm going to say it along with you. Tell me, what should Scorpio be working on to be able to bring in this magical reality, please? Inner balance. Sacred boundaries. No boundaries. Oh boy, guys. Difficult to establish healthy boundaries. Take care and ensure your needs are being met. Respecting and honoring your limits sets you free. Assertiveness and self-care. Do you see how our guides did that, Scorpio? You need to have some good boundaries. You haven't had many boundaries. Like me, you say yes too much. You're being called to do what I've been doing and say, no, can't do it. Can't. Just not going to be able to do it. If it's not going to work for you, Scorp, you've got to say no. What are you resisting? What you accept transforms. There's something you're resisting, and as I said, it's causing you a lot of hard feelings inside. You're not balanced because you're resisting letting go, and you're resisting something. You got to get in the flow now. Focus on what is working. Focus on solutions, not problems. Because what you focus on expands. And when you start to focus on the solution instead of the problem, more solutions will come rolling in. Take it from someone who has been in both energies. It will change your life, Scorpio. Moving on over here to love over the next 3 days. The Hierophant, a spiritual practice to connect with your higher self. Some of you are married. Some of you are in a committed relationship. You're being asked to focus more on your own spiritual practice and less on this person. Some of you, that's what you're doing. You're putting all of your time and attention into somebody else and their needs. And you're being asked to meet your own needs this weekend, even if you're married. Ask for some time alone. Go take $40 and shop around. Go spend some time by yourself. Get your nails done. Go take a walk in nature alone. Really up your spiritual practice over the weekend. It's going to help your relationship. Tell me about love over the next 3 days, please. There's a lot of contrast between you. Oh boy, there's been cheating. There's a love triangle. Some of you are in love with 2 people. I know this is controversial, and I know I get drugged for this all the time, but as humans, we are complicated creatures, and it is possible to love more than one person at a time, Scorpio. I have. In my past, I made a lot of bad choices. I've never claimed to be innocent, and I cheated, and I was miserable in the relationship. I should have left, but I was too scared, and I loved both of them, but in different ways. Some of you are involved with a cheater. Some of you are involved with somebody who, like me, understood that you're not a cheater, or they're not a cheater. It's not who they are. It's not who you are. It was just some really bad decisions in a perfect storm. Others, you're in love with more than one person. You're married, but you're still in love with somebody from your past, or you've had an affair. You're trying to figure yourself out here. There is some gossip, some relationship drama that could come over the weekend. Be careful who you're talking to. Be careful who you're telling your business to, Scorp. Don't be telling everybody your business at work. Don't be telling everybody your business if you're having trouble in your marriage. People love that shit. They love it when you get fat, sick, go through a divorce. They just thrive off of it. Tell me about the person on Scorpio's mind. Oh, my cards are upside down. They're unawakened. They're asleep. They're failing to notice the bond. They're unaware of the deep connection you could have most of the time. They don't like change. They're bored. They're discontent. They're missing out on this beautiful divine gift, you. This person is just dropping the fucking ball all the way around here with you. They're just unawake. This person is sleeping. They are sleeping on this beautiful opportunity. There could be age difference, cultural differences, differences in love language. Some of you all need to have better communication in your relationship. You can only do so much though, Scorp. There's a lot of no's and 2 maybes. No, 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 maybe, maybe. I was guided to look at that. If there's somebody that's been sleeping on you guys, it may be time to let them go. Let them go. You think you can find somebody better than me? You think someone can love you more? Bye-bye now. See ya. By doing that, you're going to actually attract them back in, and you're going to set major boundaries. Tell me about these two lovers, please. This person, there's lack of commitment. They're doing something for money. They could have gotten a new job and started to have an affair. They could have had a come up and now their ego's blown all the way up. You could have been next to this person's side when they were poor or when they didn't have anything, and now that they're flossing in some way, they're out here in their bag and acting a fool. Some of you are getting your income tax back. It's a lot. They're going to be running around out here acting, you know, like they've got it like that. Some of you are involved with somebody who does stuff for the gram. They got themselves involved with somebody because of status, because of what they could give them. Your relationship is definitely on pause for most of you. This person is they're anxious. There's negativity. There's regret. There's remorse. They've been the subject of gossip at work. They've been the subject of gossip around the community. They're really anxious right now. Why are they the subject of gossip? Why am I hearing that, Spirit? Be on the lookout for 111. A Gemini or an Aquarius could be important to you. This person could be a fighter. They could have gotten into a bar fight with somebody. They could fight with everybody all the time. There's some truth that came out. There's gossip about it. They're very defensive. They always want to maintain control. This person could be really controlling. People are starting to see. They're starting to see who they really are. This is somebody who walks around acting like they're the Pied Piper, but people are starting to see who this person truly is. The more you stand your ground and hold strong boundaries, the more this person wants to come back or wants to contact you, is the other message I'm getting. What do they have to say? It's hard for me to tell you the truth, Scorpio. I'm happy when I'm around you. I love being around you, but I can't talk to you. They feel like they can't talk to you guys. Maybe you kind of fly off the handle. I've been in relationships. In my relationship, there's been periods where my boyfriend and I weren't communicating right. As soon as I would say something, he would be on the defense or vice versa. And the only thing we would do is yell and scream and give each other the silent treatment. It happens, but we have to actively work on the way we communicate with each other. This person feels as if they can't communicate with you. They're afraid to tell you the truth. They feel we are destined to be together. Some of you right now, it's been really quiet between the two of you because you had a falling out. There's something about your love language that's different. And again, we have gossip. I just realized there's some gossip going around about them, guys. You could hear something about them over the weekend. You could see something online. Some of you are dating somebody who is on one of those, are we dating the same person? You're being called to look. There's something about a website that this person's on. They've been reported for being a terrible person, a terrible person to date. I feel like there's something like that happening. Those websites are so beneficial. I totally love the idea. They're genius. I would check it to see if this person's name is on there. Scorp, seriously, especially if you've just met them recently or if you've been in separation. Tell me why this person is so afraid of change and sleeping on Scorpio. They could sleep a lot generally. They have a mother wound. This person has a feminine energy wound. They had a horrible relationship with their mom, or they're a mama's boy or mama's girl. Their moms never held them accountable. This person has always been coddled. They always want to look like they're winning too. They want to be supported by the people around them, so they change the narrative. They completely get off track on why the hell you've even started the argument or separation to begin with, by just wanting to win. There could also be a third party that they have children with. They're afraid to leave. They love you both. They've been stuck in a karmic cycle with somebody. This could be a Taurus, a Libra, a Pisces. There's a lot of secrets, but there's a lot of subconscious things happening between the two of you. Over the next few days, you may almost feel them thinking of you, or feel them. That's very possible. A lot of you here, there's been cheating in a love triangle. You could have found out this person was already married or living with somebody after you fell in love with them. They seem to be in a relationship. So whether that is with you or with a third party, this is somebody who is definitely living with one of you. At the end of the day, Scorp, you may have a home business. This person could also have old money. They could be really wealthy. Someone could have really blonde, long hair, a black dog or cat. I want a black cat. I want a black furry cat. When I move, I'm going to get one. Over the next few days, there's gossip coming out. There's something you're going to see or hear. This person's anxious. They're afraid to tell you about this. They could have had an arrest. Something's happened and they're scared to talk to you. They're afraid to tell you the truth. They could have gotten caught with a third party out in the community. One of your friends could have seen them. There's something they're afraid to tell you. And it seems to me like they may try, but they're coming in just completely sleeping on this in a very superficial 3D energy, and they've got to get it together. They are trying to get themselves into a balanced place. They're preoccupied with financial matters. They throw themselves into work to try to run. With that being said, a lot of you over the next few days, it's important that you disconnect from this, even if you're living in the same house. Pour into yourself this weekend. I hope everybody has the most beautiful and blessed weekend and the greatest Friday ever. Love and light.